Hello, Christina Resso. Thanks for tuning into the video, and I hope you all are doing well. Happy Tuesday to each and every one of you. Don't forget to like and share the video with your friends, and hit the notification bell so you can be notified whenever I come on. Now, if you don't think the Duke volleyball situation was ridiculous, think again. Because this story, if it's not even more ridiculous, all I can say is keep watch and pray. I don't mean to chuckle, but it is ridiculous. CRT is considering creating a George Floyd curriculum. You heard that right. Now, I don't know if they're going to start with the university students, or is that when I hear curriculum, I'm thinking university level. Or they're going to come after your children, starting with the elementary school and then work his way up, to see how successful it is. Now, you would think they would get a sign from the Lord when that lightning struck that wall a couple of summers or maybe last summer. Okay, I'm going to chuckle throughout this video because it just gets it. You can't get angry with these people because they're getting just more and more ridiculous. And the more ridiculous they sound, it's just laughable. I mean, they're already trying to come after conservatives for their ridiculous rhetoric because they want every single one of people to listen to them and have control. And this is another way of having control. Out of all the famous blacks that they can think of that are decent Americans in this country, now if you need a reenactment of all of that, watch Uncle Tom and watch Uncle Tom too. I'll wait till that come out free. I'm not paying. Sorry, Larry, I'm not paying that much for no Uncle Tom. Now, unless it's maybe let it, but before, I don't think I paid for it. I don't think I'm going to pay for it this time. And you will see some great blacks on there. But to pick a criminal, and I've already said this time and time again, this is the only community that honors criminals and gaslight anyone who ridicules them. Again, yes, this man was a lifetime criminal in Houston, and he did no better when he moved to the Midwest. And then they come just like with this Rayshard Brooks. He didn't have a deadly weapon, really. A pencil is a deadly weapon. Your bare hands is a deadly weapon. And yet a taser is not. Okay. So I didn't bother print. I wasn't gonna print the story and read it to you. It just came to my attention. I just thought I'd share my heart on it. You can go to Daily Wire and read about it if you want to, but it just, you know, this is gonna come at taxpayers' dollars. Hopefully, it's not federal because those of you who are in certain states where, like the state I'm currently living in, and the next state I intend to move to is gonna be the same. I don't have to worry about no state tax. Excuse me. I don't have to worry about the nonsense. Most likely, they're gonna have books about this character, children's books, not autobiography, biographies about this person, as if he were a Frederick Douglass or a Harriet Tubman or Booker T. Washington, Benjamin Banneker, a Daniel Hill Williams. I mean, the list goes on and on of great black Americans, yet they choose this person. I'm being nice when I say that. Just like they come, the first time I heard about microaggression, going back to that, because some of you mentioned that in the comments, with the Duke story, and I appreciate the over 2,500 views. I didn't think I would get that many, so thank y'all. That's why I'm glad I took a look and I had to write you all and appreciate your support on that, and just keep them coming. So as you can see, I have slightly better lighting. This is my third time attempting to do this video, so hopefully this comes out well. But it's just amazing to me that this person on a full-time scholarship, the Juicy Smollett situation, and people just overlook these things. Yeah, they pay the consequences for it, but other people overlook these things to, want to side with these people and just overlook. I mean, it's just the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Making good grades, you're trying to be someone you're not, or acting white, they call it, when Asians uh, are superb academically in this country. I want to share this one last story and I'm going to close. I came across this video. It was last week at work sometime. And it was an African, someone of Nigerian ancestry. And out of my years of teaching, Africans were one of my favorite students. Very hardworking people. And he said, it's interesting that, if I were a thug and sold drugs and went into gangs and had out of wedlock children all over the place, that Black Americans uh, would honestly accept me on average. And he said it's so interesting how they complain 6 or 7 generations being blessed in the greatest country in the world, and yet you're the least disadvantaged alongside another group I won't mention. I don't want to pick on anyone else. Not that I'm picking on Black Americans, but I mean, the truth is the truth. We have to be honest about these things. But yeah, you got the systemic racism thing that doesn't exist. Not in this country. You got the white privileges, the supremacy doesn't exist. Not in this country. You know why? Because, again, going back to Asian Americans, not only are they uh, great academically, economically, low incarceration rates, not easily controlled politically or socially. They live longer, and they're the lowest in catching diseases. Oh, overall, as a collective. Yeah, it is white supremacists coming after us. So, like I said, I don't know how far they're going to go with this George Floyd curriculum. I'm not lying. You can go when you see Daily Wire, just go in the reading section. You scroll down the different articles, and that story will be there. That's what CRT, or a part of the CRT curriculum, is what they're considering. It's not bad enough of making blacks feel like victims, and white people feeling guilty the way God made them. That's not enough for them. And George Floyd had a chance to come to salvation in Christ. Instead of calling for his mama, he could have cried out to Christ right there and repented, trusting him in salvation through faith, by faith through grace in Christ, according to the book of Ephesians chapter 2. And Jesus would have opened him with open arms. Repented of all that mess he did. But he calls on his mama. That his eternal soul, I'm not going to go into that. I'm just saying what he could have done differently before taking his last breath. Christina Resso, thanks for listening. Pray for our nation. When I say this, I don't sugarcoat this. I don't just say this nonchalantly. I really mean this. We really need to stay on our knees every day, as often as possible, not just one day out of the year. Pray for our brothers and sisters under the persecuted church. Again, this is Christina Resso, and I'll talk to you super soon.